If you want to create new fixed asset in Microsoft Dynamics 365, you have to open fixed assets, fixed assets, fixed assets, click new. Here you can find this screen all created fixed asset before you can search here and filter on which fixed asset number or name or group or type. Click new. Okay, and here the first thing, the first step, which is very important, to select the fixed asset group. What is the fixed asset group? For example, furniture. As you are seeing here, the number sequence will be furniture 002 as per the setup in the fixed asset group. Here is the name, for example, will be table, color white, 25, like this. You can write the name as you want. Just click tab, the search name it can be applied here. You can change it and write the search name as you want. The type here by default thinkable is generated from the fixed asset group with your furnitures. The measure type here, what is the measure type? For example, furniture tables. Okay, what is the property groups fixed assets? What is the quantity for tables? If you purchased more than one quantity, you have to put here the quantity. Okay, unit of measure EA, unit cost, for example, 2,500. The unit cost, the cost for the unit one. For example, if three, you have to put three, and there is a cost for each one only. Asset activity code, what is the asset activity code? Table for guest or meeting rooms, for example, as per your setup for the activity code and the property groups, and what's the property group less than 10,000. Then you can go down to the technical informations and insurance informations. Okay, and location here you can select the location here, under which location, okay, under which department, under which responsible, for which room the assets created, the responsible employee, the department responsible, the contact for the responsible. Okay, here report sorting, if you need to use this reference and notes here, if you need to put reference and notes you can add. Okay, image here also you can add, upload image for the fixed asset, which very good functions. Once you finish, the most important to us here is create the select the fixed asset group, enter the name. Okay, enter the quantity and unit of measure and the price, and select the other parameter under general. The other information is important but it's not mandatory, but this is the mandatory under this general area. Once you finished, you have to select box. It's very important here to select box. Okay, by default here you can find here the box for the fixed asset here. Okay, here the box depreciation, post clear current, which selected in the fixed asset group. You can change here any parameter as you want. The most important to us is here the acquisition price. What is the acquisition price for the asset? For all the assets in the main screen, we enter the unit cost. Here the acquisition price for all the assets. For example, if you purchased 5 tables and you define 5 tables in one record, so you have here to put the accumulated value. If you are purchase one asset only, you have to put here the asset value, which will be used during acquisition and depreciation transaction. So it's very important here, which it will be used for all financial transactions for these fixed assets. If you need to select the acquisition methods, if you define acquisition methods, you can. Okay. If you need to enter the disposal date, you can enter the disposal date, the sale value for the expected sale value for the asset, the replacement date, the provisions if you want to select, if you have multiple provisions and you want to do this. Under depreciation profile, you have to select the depreciation profile here. You have to enter, make sure here about the service life. What is the service life for the assets? By default, it's defined in the fixed asset group, so it's generated here automatically. If you need to change the service life, for example, 5 years, so you can change so the depreciation period change it. You have to make sure that the calculated depreciation is yes. Okay. If you have expected scrap value, you can select it. The depreciation run date is important. The first date for the depreciation. Okay. Allow depreciation when placed in service disposal on the same physical year. Create depreciation adjustment with base adjustment. Okay. Financial dimension here is very important, which can be used while you are making a transaction, whatever acquisition or depreciation. So it will take and use this financial dimensions when they are generated for the journals. Once you finish, click save and close. Here, as you are seeing here, system asks you what is the reason code. You can select the reason code for the new assets here. You can enter here the comment as you want. Once you finish, click OK and close the screen. So here is the screen as screen for the creation fixed asset. So again, when you came here to fixed asset from the main screen, fixed assets module, fixed assets, click new, then select the fixed asset group. The number will be generated automatically. Enter the name, section name automatic generated. You can edit it or change. Select the measure type, property type. Okay. Enter the quantity for the number of assets and unit of measure and unit cost for each one. Okay. Once you finish, the most important to go to box here to make sure about the values here and determine the values which should be used while you are making the transactions for the fixed assets. Once you finish, click save and close the screen. Thank you.